how machines are secretly taking over. And we didn't even notice some of the most intelligent systems on Earth aren't hidden away in research labs or locked behind factory doors. They're right here, in your pocket, on your desk, and quietly woven into the apps and platforms you use every day. These machines don't announce themselves with flashing lights or robotic voices. They operate in the background, assisting your decisions, organizing your life, and even shaping what you see, feel, and believe. They didn't arrive with a warning. There was no grand reveal, no sci-fi invasion. Instead, they integrated gradually through tools we embraced, conveniences we welcomed, and systems we trusted. From navigation apps to recommendation engines, from voice assistants to auto-generated content, machines have become silent partners in nearly everything we do. This isn't a story about fear, it's about recognition. We're surrounded by intelligent systems that think, learn, and adapt. In this video, we'll explore how machines are quietly taking over tasks that were once deeply human, from decision-making and creativity to control and influence. By the end, you'll understand just how deeply technology has embedded itself into modern life, and why that matters more now than ever. Let's decode this invisible shift, one layer at a time. Algorithms are making decisions for you. Every day, algorithms decide what you see, what you buy, and even what you believe. These lines of code are not just tools, they're decision makers in disguise. On platforms like social media, they decide which posts appear first. On streaming sites, they control what movies are recommended. On online stores, they influence your purchasing behavior without you even realizing it. They operate on data collected from your clicks, likes, location, and search history. This means the content you're exposed to is constantly filtered, optimized, and adjusted, not for your benefit, but for engagement and profit. With each interaction, you're nudged further down paths chosen by machines. You might feel like you're in control, but in reality, your digital environment is being carefully curated by systems designed to optimize for attention, not awareness. Surveillance isn't just cameras anymore. It's data. Surveillance today is digital, constant, and deeply personal. Every step you take with your phone in your pocket is logged. Every search query, every message, every biometric input is stored somewhere, creating a detailed behavioral fingerprint. You're not just being watched, you're being analyzed. Algorithms detect patterns in your habits, predict what you'll do next, and adjust your experience accordingly. Retailers know when you're likely to shop. Platforms know when you're sad. Governments can detect anomalies in your movements. This shift from visible surveillance to ambient data tracking is profound. Cameras once needed to be placed. Now surveillance comes built into your devices, always listening, always learning. Smart assistants are quietly becoming cognitive tools. Smart assistants have evolved far beyond voice-controlled gadgets. They're now cognitive extensions, tools that think for us, remember for us, and even decide for us. Whether it's setting a schedule, answering a question, or controlling your home, these systems are replacing tiny mental tasks with instant responses. They're always learning your voice patterns, habits, preferences, and routines. The more you interact, the more they personalize. And personalization means influence. You stop searching and start asking. You stop comparing and start accepting. Over time, your own thinking adapts to match the limitations and suggestions of the assistant. This subtle shift turns smart assistants into gatekeepers of thought, redefining what it means to remember, decide, and act. Machines are writing, designing, and creating. Creativity is no longer limited to humans. AI tools now write copy, compose music, generate artwork, design products, and even edit videos, often in seconds. What once required human inspiration is now being performed by systems trained on massive datasets. These machines don't get tired or wait for ideas. They recognize patterns across billions of samples and reproduce creative work with sharp accuracy. With just a prompt, they can generate an entire concept, refined, styled, and ready for use. As their quality improves, the difference between human and machine creativity becomes harder to see. It's not just automation, it's the restructuring of creativity itself. Ideas are now being produced at scale, with speed and consistency that no human team can match. Creativity, once spontaneous and personal, is being turned into a product, measured, optimized, and delivered on demand. Automation is quietly restructuring the workforce. Entire job categories are vanishing, not in an instant, but in a slow, unspoken evolution. Tasks are streamlined, roles are redefined, people are phased out without headlines, AI handles scheduling, reporting, data analysis, and customer service with more efficiency than any team of humans. Employers replace teams with tools and redefine job descriptions to fit software capabilities. Even white-collar professions are not immune. Legal research, medical diagnostics, and journalism are being partially automated, with machines performing more reliably than their human counterparts. This shift doesn't always look like job loss. It often looks like reorganization, but the outcome is the same: less human control, more machine dominance. Navigation, transportation, and travel are machine-controlled. Whether you're calling a cab, booking a flight, or following GPS directions, machines now control the journey. AI systems optimize routes in real time, track vehicle performance, and predict mechanical issues before they happen. Self-driving cars aren't just concepts anymore. They're being tested and deployed in controlled environments. Drones deliver packages. AI coordinates global supply chains. We're no longer navigating, we're being navigated. Our decisions about movement, timing, and direction are shaped by invisible systems prioritizing efficiency over autonomy. As more vehicles go autonomous, control over physical movement slips away from individuals and into the hands of code. Financial decisions are being outsourced to algorithms. AI governs credit scores, loan approvals, fraud detection, and stock market transactions. Banks use predictive models to decide who gets access to financial tools. Investment platforms rebalance portfolios with no human oversight. These systems claim objectivity, but they often operate with opaque logic. Most users don't know why they were rejected, flagged, or charged more. Even experts can't always explain AI behavior in financial models. As machines handle the numbers, they begin to shape economies and personal futures. You may think you're managing your money, but in truth, machines are deciding how far it will go. Education and learning are being reprogrammed. Learning platforms track every answer, mistake, and hesitation to build personalized learning paths. AI curates course content, assigns tests, and even gives feedback, all tailored to a student's pace and performance. Teachers use analytics dashboards to monitor attention, flag struggles, and automate grading. In some cases, robots guide group discussions or deliver lectures. As algorithms decide what and how students learn, the process becomes optimized, but also standardized. Learning becomes less about exploration and more about progression. When machines define educational success, creativity, curiosity, and critical thinking may take a back seat to efficiency. Emotions and mental health are being tracked by AI. AI is entering the most intimate spaces, our emotions. Wearables track physical stress signals. Apps analyze voice, language, and facial expressions to infer emotional states. Some even offer mental health assessments or therapy simulations. Employers use emotion AI to monitor productivity and morale. Law enforcement considers emotional cues to assess threats. While these systems aim to support well-being, they also risk misinterpretation, overreach, and manipulation. Your feelings, once private, are now data points, measured, judged, and acted upon. When emotional responses are treated as inputs, human nuance is replaced by calculated response. Machines are training other machines. The ultimate acceleration happens when machines improve themselves. AI models now train each other through self-play, reinforcement learning, and continuous feedback loops. They simulate millions of scenarios, evolve through error, and refine their performance without human correction. This self-teaching creates rapid, exponential growth. What once required human supervision now happens autonomously. Machines solve problems we can't, in ways we don't understand, at speeds we can't match. This evolution is not just technical, it's paradigmatic. When machines train machines, the feedback loop detaches from human limits. We don't just lose control, we lose context. Machines didn't take over with violence. They were invited in with software updates, sleek designs, and promises of ease. They became our assistants, our advisors, our co-creators, and now quietly, they've become extensions of us, woven into our thoughts, decisions, movements, and desires. This isn't a call for fear, it's a call for awareness. Because the future isn't just about building smarter machines. It's about staying human in a world where machines are everywhere, learning everything and changing silently. If you found this breakdown eye-opening, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We've only scratched the surface of how AI is shaping our world, and there's much more to uncover.